ever seen a series that made you say, well, that's a thing, and then made you say, I never want to watch that again? And then you realize that you're reviewing the series and you have to watch more of it? Fox Kids aired a series in the summer of 1997 to try to keep kids interested in the network while most of their shows were in reruns. Well, Spider-Man had new episodes. So to capitalize on spooky shows like Goosebumps and Erie, Indiana, Fox Kids brought in another spooky show from Australia to their summer weekday afternoon lineup. It aired for 8 weeks and probably aired all the episodes they had, or the episodes they could show anyway. This is Round the Twist. Now, I never saw this show when it aired on Fox Kids because I was working during the summer at the time. I didn't even know it existed until recently. So I don't exactly know what was kept for American audiences and what was left out. There is a good chance that a lot was left out. And I'll tell you why later in the review. Was it a good show? Well, that depends on your definition of good. The first episode starts out with our main family going to their new home, which is a lighthouse. That is promising. We start the episode off with a fart joke.
Baby, now shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Oh, twist and shout. I can't help it. I'm busting.
That is not promising. The family consists of a father with 2 sons and a daughter. We get to meet the neighbors who act like exactly how you expect them to act because of the way they dress. The neighbors have a son with his 2 friends who act exactly how you expect them to act because of the way they dress. We also meet the old owner of the lighthouse, an elderly woman who is named Helen Rickards. She appears to be the crazy old lady guide who knows all the local legends. Pretty much every old person in every Disney animated film. Soon weird things happen around the lighthouse. This is very Erie, Indiana, only not interesting. The setup's the same. A family moves into a new place and weird things happen. Between the 2 series, Round the Twist came first. It's also very boring. And yes, it's also very Australian, with Australian terms and accents. But you can't really fault those 2 things for how bad the series can get. After all, this is where the series came from. And the show being Australian is not the reason why I find the show mediocre. It's the writing. It's not boring all the time, but it's still a problem. I find the song at the end of the first episode better than the episode itself. And I have to talk about the background music. This song is played in the background throughout the entire first episode. The entire episode. It will not leave, it will not leave. Luckily, it seems that was only in the pilot episode. Can you name the Fox Kids series that started out as a PSA on another network? Now, I can't believe that this series made it to the States in the 1990s, and I'll show you why. Here's part of the cast stuck in a shack. See that goo? That is supposed to be seagull crap, and it is sealing the shack. They are also covered in it. Again, not sure this episode made it to Fox Kids. But then there is the pilot episode, Skeleton in the Dunny, or in American terms, The Outhouse. It's the episode where we're introduced to the main cast, but it's also the episode where we peek in on kids using the restroom. And hey, a ghost of a grown man is peeking in on them too. Did this episode actually air on Fox Kids? If so, then how did it get past the censors? Because the Fox Kids censors were very strict around that time. And yes, I know it's a different society. And again, the gross out humor and some of the questionable stuff didn't help the series become more interesting. Again, it only lasted a few months in the summer of 1997, so really, Round the Twist was just a filler series to begin with. What Fox Kids series started out as a PSA on another network? The answer is Sticking Around. But what networks were those PSAs on? You'll find that out Next time on the History of Fox Kids.
Fox Kids is cool. Fox Kids is cool. Fox Kids is a state of whack. It's a kid's house place where you don't hold back. Oh, how's your speakers thing? I seen this